Hello beautiful people, my name is Melka and welcome to Mega Stitches, a channel where I talk about cross stitch and all my stitching adventures. Today I have a stitching game and it's based around Uno, and I figured I could create a small video to explain the rules. I did put the rules in my highlights on my Instagram in Mega Stitches 24, but I don't know, maybe this will be an easier way too. I created a little Facebook group. It's called Stitching Uno. I'll link it below so you can go ahead and join, and you can just post your progress and play the game with me. Before I start, I will be doing a Instagram live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I can play the game with anybody that wants to play. And the rule for that basically is the first response that I see of the card that you want to move or you want to play, that will be the card that I will play for y'all. Usually the setting will be this way, just facing down. The top row of cards will be your hand and the bottom row will be my hand. So I'm going to explain these cards here. The game is usually almost the same way that you play Uno, but with a little variation because yeah, it's just you and me, you know. I just thought this was fun, and I need to work on my full coverage pieces, so that's the main reason. I was like, let's see, let's let Uno dictate what I have to stitch on my full coverage pieces. So you pick 4 projects. Uno has 4 colors in the whole game, so the total colors are red, green, blue, and yellow. So you pick 4 projects that you want to from your whip pile. You assign it a color, right? And then we play every Wednesday. If you don't have time to play, I will still post the results of the amount of stitches that you have to stitch in the Facebook group or in the story of that Instagram that day. So let's see. I'm going to explain you the rules real quick. So I'm going to be treating these 2 cards as the same. This one is called Wild Card. Basically what this does, if you play this card, you have the ability to tell the other person what color they have to basically play. So we're all seeing the colors and the cards that we have for both of us, because you're not here with me, unfortunately. But this is what I'm doing right now. I don't know, maybe one day I'll invite somebody to the live and then can play with me live, but still I can see your car. So this is fun, because I mean, if you want to mess up with the other opponent, you already know what colors they have. So if they don't have yellow, for example, you'll pick yellow. Anyways, the ability to change the colors. I'm going to treat these 2 cards the same way. What this card means, shuffle hands. We're going to grab all the cards that I have in my hand and all the cards that you have in your hand, and I'm going to shuffle it, and then I'm going to distribute evenly. So I really don't like this card unless I have a lot of cards in my hands, because then yeah, I can even it out. But you imagine when you already have almost like 1 card, and yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble. This card, +4, if you play it, means that the opponent has to take 4 cards of the deck, right? And then you pick the color. You pick the color that they have to play. So if you play, the opponent picks 4 cards from the deck, and then you say, "Oh, I want you to play with red." And then this person has to play with red, and then so on and so on. +2 means that the opponent has to pick 2 cards from the deck. And when you play this card, the opponent person loses their place or their turn. And you play again. This is skip. So basically, if you play it, you play again. Because, if you play it and it's my turn, but you use this card, it means it skips my turn. This one is called reverse. And if you use this card, basically, again, it's kind of like similar to this because we're just playing 2 people. But if you play with more people, if you're going like clockwise, then this means you need to go counterclockwise. I think that's how you say it. Sorry, I'm a little bit stuffy. Might sound like a little bit congested. All right, so now that I've explained all of those, I'm going to explain a couple things. 4 cards for you, 4 cards for me. I'm just gonna draw 4 for everybody. The original plan of this was basically because I was going to do it through a pool, but I'm not gonna be doing that anymore. It's fun and faster through the live. Okay, put that there. So this is how the hand will look, right? So basically, your turn first. You have to match the color or the number or the symbol. Unless you have a black card of the ones that I explained, and then you can just play it, right? In this case, you would do like this one, right? And this is skip. I can't play anything because you skipped me, so it's your turn. You don't have any red or you don't have any like skip, so you will draw only one. And if you can play it, you play it. And if you can't, it will go to your hand. Every single time a card goes to your hand, this is for like stitching point situation that I'm going to be adding up. When it goes to your hand, then I will be writing down the numbers. So like right now it's 0, but imagine that you just picked this card from the deck. So if you can't play it, I'll write it down, and at the end I will give you the results. But basically I added 9 to to you in green, and I will always add a 0, so that means 90 stitches on your project green. But we will keep playing, right? You took your card, you don't have anything to play. It's my turn. I have 0 red because we are in red, so I'm gonna pick a card, and I don't have anything. So 5, this is a number 5 added to my project blues, right? Meaning 50 stitches on project blue. So it's your turn now. 6, we still don't have any any red, any symbol like the similar to match, or any black card, so you can't play it. My turn. I have a 7 red. So when I can play and the card goes to the discard pile, instead of me stitching 70 stitches on my red project, you will have to stitch 70 stitches on your red project. It's kind of like like, haha, you have to stitch it, not me. But it's just fun. At the end of the game, he'll add up, and it will be enough stitches, I think, for both of us. So I play 7. It's your turn. You have 0, 7, nothing, and +2. That's nothing that you can actually play. It's my turn. 6 red, so I can place 6. And you will have to stitch basically 60 stitches on your red project. You don't have to get all confused about this. I'll do the math at the end and I'll just post it, but you just have to play with me at the time. I wanted to say, I know a lot of people don't do that, but I want to do it in my game because this is how I learned Uno. If you have the same number in your hand, you can play it like together. Some people say that that's cheating, but let's do it, and let's do it on stitching Uno, so it's just easier. So 6, you have 2 6, and you're gonna play whatever. Let's do it like this. That means I have to stitch 120 stitches or 60 stitches on yellow, 60 stitches on green. But again, as I said, you don't have to worry about the numbers of what you have to stitch or not. You just have to play in the game, and then at the end I will just review the game and add all the numbers and post them. So you play that. I have a 6 in another color, so I can match it. You have a 9, and since you have 2 9s, you can play it like that. You can play the yellow first, right? And then you match the 9 and change the color. I have a reverse. It goes back to me, so I don't have anything to play. 8. It's your turn. So you got another reverse, and you can match it because it's the same symbol. So it's your turn again. You have nothing to play, and you got a wild card. So you can play this card, and you can change the color to, for example, blue, because that's what you got, or green, or whatever color you want. Whatever. Let's just put it blue for this game. And I have 2 5. I'm gonna play my 2 5s. It's your turn. You're gonna play this +2, and I'm gonna take 2 cards from the deck, and that leaves you with Uno, which is 1 card. And this is fun in the real game because when you call your Uno, if you don't call it on time, you have to pick up 2 cards from the deck. But we don't have that rule in stitching Uno. We're just gonna say Uno for fun. All right, so I picked my 2 cards, and since I can't play, it is your turn again, and you have a blue, and there you go, and y'all won. So when anybody wins, right, me or you, the cards are left in the hands of both. I will add them up to the numbers for the person that lost. So this is 30 stitches, 80 stitches, 10 stitches, 40 stitches on each color. Does that make sense? I hope you enjoy and you tune in. Luna found a toy. Not a good thing. I hope you can't hear that. As I was saying, because Luna interrupted, I hope you join the lives on Instagram. Again, on Instagram, I'm megastitches24, and I'm going to be playing Uno with y'all, just one hand, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And after I finish the round of the game, I will be coming back and just posting the results in the Facebook group and on my Instagram stories for you to grab. I hope that you join. I hope that y'all have fun with me. I've been having lots of progress in my 4 full coverage projects. I thought, my full coverage seemed a little bit abandoned, so let's do something for it. And let's let Uno predict how many stitches you have to stitch per week. If you can't basically stitch the whole amount that the game gave us. It doesn't matter. This is stress free. I don't really do too much like, oh, I have to stitch this amount or this amount or whatever. But I think it's a little bit of more directions on my full coverage pieces. That was the whole idea. But it's not like nothing that you have to be pressure about. So if you can't get the amount of stitches, that's totally fine. Just skip it to next week and let's play again. And if you do, and you're a super fast stitcher, then go ahead and use my numbers. And stitch those too. All right. I hope y'all enjoy and have a great day, friends. Just be safe and see you on Wednesday on Instagram. Ciao.